right, you guys. So the sound's still working and everything, or are we just gonna move on?
Yeah, let's go on to the next topic here. I believe Steve-O, it's going to be the other topic that you had here.
Okay, the other topic was a serious one, I guess, in light of the recent events, as far as like the shootings that are happening. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
guess it all sparked with like this. I forgot. I'm sorry about the names and everything like that.
Sterling.
Huh?
You're talking about Alton Sterling.
Yeah, Alton Sterling. That was it. Sorry. It all started with that, and then I was protesting and everything. I was watching them all on Snapchat. Like, they even had like a whole fucking part for it and everything like that. With people just like, I guess, just marching anywhere and everywhere. There was a huge march in Atlanta. There's a huge march in Washington. Huge march in New York. Like, literally stopped traffic and everything like that everywhere. And then there was one in Dallas, which everyone knows about, where the all officers, like at least 5 officers got killed,
Yeah.
6 officers were injured. I guess by like 3 snipers. One of them got killed, I guess, in a standoff gun. No,
No. So what I was finding out is that it was only one shooter.
it was one.
At
Oh.
least that's all I'm finding
Okay,
out.
they
right
were
now.
saying it was 3, because when I was reading on the thing last night, they said it was 3
And
shooters.
I think it's just that they
one
just
of them got a
announced it was
standoff.
Like,
Okay.
announced that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're not announcing yet who's telling the right story or anything like
Right.
that. I just know it's all over everything, and I know that people are getting on it, like saying, that it's all about they're just shooting black people and not, and all this other stuff. But my friend did have a point too on Facebook. He was saying, that like over the past year, I guess, or not over the past year, but over the past 5 years, I guess there was like 236 white people shot and killed too by police. But no one's ever said anything or started a rally about them or anything like that.
I mean, that's a good point, but at the same time, so like.
But we don't know exactly the statistics on how many, black
It's just unfortunate. I mean, why can't we all just get along and live our lives and just, that's what most people want to do, and it's unfortunate that these things keep happening, honestly, and
I agree with you, Ian. At the same time, though, we live in this world right now, and we still have to address this situation. Because if we were to
Right.
just let it go, though...
oh, I'm not
those-
saying just let it
Yeah,
go.
I know you're not, but I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, I agree with you. I think everybody does. But to get there, to get to the place where we can actually feel like that's reality, we have to still get over this hurdle, which is a big thing for people to even confront. Because a lot of people don't want to confront this. So,
No,
Steve-O, like, a lot of people want to say, like, oh, this is a racial thing, because the marches that
Well,
were
yeah,
going on,
exactly.
Black Lives Matter. It was Black
Yeah.
Lives Matter anti-violence protests. So there was obviously one individual that decided that wanted to open up shooting on the cops. And now it seems a little odd to me, for whatever reason. People will call you a conspiracy theorist or whatever it is. But the fact that he spoke to negotiators, and the specific thing that he said is, I want to kill white people. I want to kill white cops. Okay, so that just seems like the perfect
Yeah.
thing for somebody for an agenda to be truthful, but at the same time, obviously, there's a lot of hate and stuff out there that this could totally be an absolutely real thing. I mean, I don't get that the people out there that there was probably officers that have passed away and things that have happened. So it shows the anger out there. One thing about your friend, his comment about the white people and stuff like that, yes, that's true. There is white people that are killed by cops too as well. So this is the overall case is about bad cops and good cops. And
Well,
about,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
Right.
because I mean, they've showed video. I've seen videos like,
But
where
at the
I
same
had like
time,
white.
Steve,
Yeah.
5 times more black men unarmed.
Oh.
Talk about unarmed killings, though. Unarmed killings, 5 times more black people
I
than
absolutely agree with you. That's the
5
thing.
times
Like,
more
I mean,
than
he's
white
saying.
unarmed.
I know, but he was just making a point, like, you never hear anything about them. But the thing is like, I do understand what you're talking about, but, like, it all comes down to, like, there's good people with guns, and there's bad people with guns, and there's good people or there's good cops with guns, and there's bad cops with guns. Like, I've seen, like, a video where it was a situation where this guy was there's 2 cops taking down this white guy, and they kept tasing him, and he wasn't going down. He wasn't going down. He kept getting up, and he was actually fighting the cops, and they didn't shoot that guy. But then they showed the other guy who was down on the ground. Now, I don't know the whole situation, but I just saw from a video with the thing, and then he just puts a gun to his chest and then just says, if you move again, and then I'm going to shoot you. Remember I think that was the Alton one, or
Yeah.
Alton Reigns.
Alton, whatever. How,
Reigns. And the thing is like, that could have been a bad cop. Like, he just a bad cop with a gun. Like, what if you took the people that were handling the white guy? in that situation, and they were tasing him. Like, it could have been just
there was no patience there.
There's no patience at all.
It's a lack of respect for the life, right? So because of the skin color, it's like there's a difference in the value of the life for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not to say for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. You can't say that for everybody.
You can't say that for everybody.
Right.
But it is.
But that's also got
thing that's in our country.
That's also got to be due to, like, what I was trying to talk to you about earlier was due to your mental thinking. Like, these cops need to be evaluated either every 3 months, every 6 months, because they're constantly taking shit and seeing stuff on a daily basis to where they become numb. I see it. I'm at the pharmacy and I become numb to people, like, almost like, oh, my family, like, oh, I'm dying. I need my med and everything, and I'm constantly seeing.
So that can be cash or credit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm seeing people coming in with the same story, and there's crack addicts trying to get their medicine and everything, but there's people that actually really need it, and I feel the lack of what is it called, like
compassion
for them, because like I'm already programmed to be numb to the other people's freaking pains that are just coming there just to get their drugs and get their fix. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's kind of like they're getting the same way. You know what I mean? So like they're not having compassion.
There's a few things about this, okay? In the United States, we still have systemic racism that's still involved, okay? And we have to address this because even in the 60s, people were lynched, which is hanged, okay? Black individuals were hanged. That's not far ago. That's not long ago.
Right.
So we still have it here. There's still shit that's around, okay? And we haven't gotten anywhere where we need to be quite yet. So we have to address that. So this whole Black Lives Matter movement is, I think, a very important one. All lives matter, don't get me wrong. All lives matter.
Right.
But right now, we do have to address that Black lives matter too. We have to start giving some credit where credit is due. Start to say, hey, we need to change this racism that's been around here. And even just in 1960, we were hanging Black individuals still. That's a pretty big deal. You know what I mean?
That's where the whole mental thing comes in, though. Like,
I agree. I agree with you too as well. That there has to be more rigorous, like, mental examinations that the cops need to go through on first an initial basis, and then throughout their time working as a cop, because they are going to get jaded to things too. One other thing too as well is that there has to be some type of responsibility for this, because if like Tyrone was to kill Tyrese down on the streets and there's black on black crime, which a lot of people talk about, well then Tyrone goes to jail for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, his whole life, whatever it is. But if Officer Bob kills Tyrone, Officer Bob goes on leave, for paid leave for now, and doesn't go to jail or any of that. That's a big issue.
That is a big issue.
That's a huge issue, okay? Because now that's like people being able to walk away with murder to happen. And like I said, that statistic of unarmed means not violent. There is other ways to handle a situation or to calm down a situation besides executing an individual. This is something important, okay? Because look at what we just did recently with the Dallas shooting guy. I oppose that guy entirely.
Yeah.
The dude was not shooting officers and doing this during a peaceful protest. That is not at all the way to get across your point. Not at all, okay? But what did we do? We sent in a vehicle drone, and then blew him up with a bomb. That's not okay either. Now here in the United States, it's not okay to just go execute people without trials for any type of actions or anything that they're doing. To show that they don't care, they're like, whatever, we're just gonna put the drone in there and we're gonna blow a bomb up and execute this guy.
Well, I mean, he's still going though.
It doesn't matter though. You can use a gun or something else, some other type of way to take down the person. The idea is not to kill. It's not to kill. It's to detain people, to have them to go through the trials, the juries. I understand that we completely oppose what this guy was doing. He's a wrong individual.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have taken lives. But who is it to say that it's okay for us to just go take his life? There's individuals out there that believe that that's correct, but that's not the democratic system. That's not the American system. It's not about just kill those people. It's about, hey, take him down in whatever way we can. If he ends up dying by the way we're trying to take him down, he ends up dying. But we're not going like, let's just go drop a bomb on this dude with a drone.
Well,
that's saying like, that's not cool. That's like using what we use warfare tactics now here on American land, on American individuals. Even though that American's I don't like him, don't agree with him. Still, the way that it was all being done too. You know what I mean? It's like this mentality is, it's okay to kill people. It's okay as that being a way out. That's not okay. That needs to be the last the most last resort, absolutely possible. That gun does not come out unless it's absolutely necessary.
Right, and I completely understand
that.
that.
The bomb
But
that they drive around on a corner and then blow a guy up. That's.
But the guy was still executing other people, so they were trying
or
to
at least
stop that.
shooting at the other individual. So there was a shoot-off that happened at the end. So he killed people, and then it wasn't just an execution like he had individuals and he's executing, but he is trying to shoot other individuals still and try to take them out.
Yeah, he's murdering people. So yeah, we have to stop that. You have to cut it off. And it's not like he was up to negotiations or anything like that. He wasn't going to just give up. So it's a tough situation.
But do you think that that's a okay call? Do you think that's a policeman's call to be able to say, we're going to execute this man now?
They tried other paths and it wasn't working.
I mean, granted, they haven't tried. Okay, so you could keep on with the whole gun shootout sort of thing, and there could be more loss of life.
Okay, so what you're saying is basically, why don't they have like a drone go in and shoot like a taser at him?
Yeah, why not? Why not something else entirely? Why not like a smoke?
No.
Why not a concussive grenade? Why not a smoke grenade? Why not tear gas?
Why
not anything else? Why a bomb to blow the individual?
Because that's what
that's not a respect for life, guys. That's the issue there.
Yeah.
I get that he doesn't either, but you can't fight fire with fire. You can't kill another individual and just slaughter him and think that somehow you're going to change the way the whole system's working. That's not how it works. Like, I know that the mentality out here is just like, go kill the terrorist or whatever we want to do. You know what I mean? And that's the way to solve the problem. It's not.
How'd they even find out that he was trying to kill white cops then?
Because a negotiator got into contact with this individual, according to the report, and that was the report given back by the negotiator.
And then all of a sudden he gets blown up.
I want to kill white people. I want to kill white officers.
And then all of a sudden he gets blown up.
Yeah, I haven't read.
Right after that, I'm just saying that was the.
I know, but it seems kind of weird though too, because like right now, is there any protests going on anymore since the Dallas shooting?
There was.
Probably,
I mean, at least yesterday, Atlanta was doing Black Lives Matter protests, which is exactly the same thing Dallas was doing too.
I mean, do you think something else is going on here to where they're just trying to like show something to the extreme and trying to scare people a little bit from going to the protests?
I mean, honestly, I think
it kind of did get kind of serious.
Division is the key and stuff like that. So I think we have to be wary of anything that's trying to divide people and stuff like that. I think that we have to really unite. Now, here's the issue. Bad cops are existent, like you were saying.
No, fuck you, and you can't even do that shit. No.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We had a little bit of technical difficulties yet again, but we took care of it, and we are back.
We are back.
And we're going to be wrapping up this topic here. Just get a few other little words in. I know it's early and everything, and it's unfortunate with all these situations, and hopefully things can, our future can work out for the better, and we can figure out our problems in our nation.
I want to do like a quick 1.5-minute spiel, okay? There was 3 videos specifically that I saw in this whole situation that is something that's significant for me. One was a DJ speaking about how he feels that good cops need to start speaking up about the bad cop situations, because right now with good cops not speaking up, it kind of feels like everybody's starting to hate cops altogether, when we know that there is good cops out there. But the number one people that should be speaking about these actions that are occurring should be those good cops. They should be the ones saying, hey, we don't agree with what you're doing. That's from a DJ. Then I saw another video of a black African woman who is a police officer too as well, okay? And she spoke about how she watched these videos and tried to feel like she was on the outside, because she knows what it's like to be on the inside too, and all the shit that they go through and all the stuff that they see and how how the communities are working. But she also said that by watching this video and feeling like she wanted to step on the other side, she felt like taking off of her uniform and quitting, because this is not okay. If you're there to protect and to serve, you swore on oath to do that for your communities. If you can't handle the black community because you are racist or whatever it is, or you feel so jaded, then go to a different community. Don't be that individual that's going to be there to not protect and to serve, but to kill individuals when they're unarmed. The other video that I watched was a third video was a black pizza man driver, okay? And he's absolutely working with the cop entirely. He's got himself recording while the cops pulled him over, and he's being compliant, he's being nice, he's being polite, he's doing everything the police officer asks. The officer is being outrageous for whatever reason, okay? He's not capable of managing his stress. He's now allowing this adrenaline rush to take over, and he's getting out of control. He's getting angry with the whole situation. The individual who's inside the car is being calm and collect. Officer, I am sorry, I have my license and stuff like that, but officer, I am scared right now for my life, and I don't want to move. He's like, roll down your window, get out of the car. Da-da. Officer, I don't want to move because I feel like I'm terrified for my life. Can you please call a backup? Can you please call somebody out, like somebody or something, you know, because I feel uncomfortable in this situation right now. Get out of the car. Sir, why do you have your gun out? Why do you have your gun out, sir? Like, this is what I'm saying. This isn't okay. You know what I mean? So I watched this video too as well, and this is something that we as white individuals don't get to experience, and I have experienced with the black individual in my car as a friend, and experienced like prejudice that does occur, and it does seem to happen from the law enforcement for whatever reason. Maybe it's that jaded personality of black communities are always like this, or they do these things. I don't know what it is, but it needs to be fixed. And the individuals that I feel like need to speak a little bit more about it are like that DJ said, the good cops out there. Because there is good cops, and all lives do matter. But they need to take some responsibility too and say, hey, you know what? It's not cool. It's not cool at all to use your gun as the first method of trying to detain somebody. We need to make sure that we're doing other methods. We should be here to serve and protect, like our oath that we gave we're supposed to be doing, which means detain people in other ways.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that.
Apologize, guys. There was just those 3 videos that I wanted to mention because they actually play a big thing in the whole Black Lives Matter, Cops Lives Matter, shootings, all these things that have just occurred. You know?
And like you said earlier, all lives matter, and it's unfortunate. Now, cops do put their lives on the line to protect and serve every day, so they do have to be on edge. But granted, it's not right.
Cops to get a bad rap for what the bad cops do.
Right.
But if they don't speak out about it, it's easy for people to just put everybody in the same basket then.
Right.
Then all cops are the bad cops then. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's not the case. And
we know that, you know?
And it's unfortunate. And, you know, and like I said, can't we all get along kind of thing at the beginning. And it's going to take some stride to get there. But it's ridiculous to shoot unarmed people.
Anybody.
So, yeah.
Realistically.
So, and hopefully all that stuff, you know, with time and working and somehow figuring out a solution, that's the best route, you know, a non-lethal way, you know.
Like I was stating before in a few episodes, it's all about the awareness, like we were talking about with the kids. We make ourselves aware of the situation and the problem. We start to address it a little bit more, and eventually it gets fixed. But we have to become first aware of it and acknowledge it. And I think that that's what we're starting to do as a nation right now.
Okay. Any last thoughts on it, Steve-O? All right.